So about a year and a half ago, I had this idea to do a story on a spin on Beauty and the Beast, particularly to focus on a human's character. How sometimes, even if you're looking ugly, you can begin to look really good if your character is beautiful. And then I had a conversation with the script writer who had written about a year and a half ago. And, you know, we started going back and forth. And eventually I did a redraft sometime last year. And I said, you know, we're ready. This is my first major epic film. Never done epic film before. So we had a lot of time to plan, to prep. And I think one of my major challenge was finding the right cast, particularly for the character of the Beast. I couldn't really picture anybody, but I love LATEEF ADEDIMEJI, and I've always wanted to work with him. And I've seen him in a number of projects that he's done different characters. So I knew that if we're ever gonna work together, I wanted to give him something that he had never done before, something that would challenge him. So we had to keep talking, and we didn't have enough time to really talk about the character. So when we wrote on the first day and I saw his interpretation, I knew that, you know, he even went beyond what I imagined.
I'm playing the role of Cedro, a man with a rare deformity, and then you know how people think when you have a deformity inside you, and then people tend to want to move away from you, not trying to look inward, but just the outward look alone. A whole lot of people will not want to associate with you. That's basically who Cedro is in this movie, and then I'm enjoying it because I think I've played different roles, but this is kind of a big tasking for me and then challenging, but I think I like it. I'm enjoying it.
This is a story about looking beyond the surface, basically. What the theme of the story is, or the thematic preoccupation, is basically looking beyond the surface. This is a story about a moneylender and this girl, the character I play, Senami, who have to find a way to meet and live together. It's a really beautiful story because, like I said, because what lies beneath it is looking beyond the surface and trying to see just beyond what you get, because with both characters, which the characters the story is centered on, it's really about them trying to see beyond each other's surface and get to know each other better.
I played the character of Onsu. He's head guard, very cool and spirited guard who believes that beyond the physical look of a person, there is this good in everyone. You know, goes beyond how we see ourselves outwardly, but in every human being, there is this atom of goodness. So he's just a calm and peace-loving God.
See, only one thing I can tell you. I've been wanting to work with this director since 2018. And now I finally get to work with her. She's way cooler than I see her on Facebook and Instagram. And she's absolutely sweet. But you know that kind of sweetness that is that kind of sweet that does this and does this. It's that kind of sweet. That's my mommy kind of sweet. Yeah.
I love the character. The only thing I can say I don't appreciate about the character is the fact that he allows what people say get to him. And that change his mindset on how to relate with people. And I know a whole lot of people, we go through this kind of situation when people tend to see us and they say something negative to us. For me, I try as much as possible to look, I overlook the person that talks, but I don't overlook whatsoever it is that that person said. I can choose to pick that word, and then if it is negative, I can use it to my own advantage. I can make it a positive thing inside of me and then move on with life. But Sergio, no. He sees the negative people and even react to all of their negativity, and that makes him a monster in the long run because he is always ready to give it back the way they bring it to him, which he can actually choose to overlook it and then do it the right way instead of doing it the wrong way that they always do.
Now, when we talk, when we're casting for the character of Beauty, people would, I know people would expect, oh my God, somebody like Miss Nigeria. But I didn't want, because Beauty and the Beast is a play on words, I wanted Beauty in another form, which was more related to character as against physical attributes. The third thing was looking for the location to film. So I'd spoken to Kemi Afolabi, and I just said, oh, I need somebody to help me to costume for an epic film. And she said, oh, there's somebody called Goldspot. So we had a meeting, she came and she sold me on this beautiful town, this beautiful village. I got in the car the following week and I came here and I fell in love with the place. The other thing was, what tribe did I want to place this story? Because their names were in English when we wrote the story, but we knew it was going to be an epic film. So I didn't want to do anything Yoruba because everybody knows I always do Yoruba-related stuff. I didn't want to be Edo, which is where I'm from, because I was not ready to go to Benin. And then I really love the Egun language. I feel like they're very underrepresented. And I really, really wanted to explore that. And which is why we came to this town, which is full of Eguns and Anogos, and it's very close to Seme border, you know. And so it was nice because they have really fantastic names. Todowede, Sewedo, and Mausi, and Maupe. So I think those names kind of really, because I have a big thing for names, and those names kind of fascinated me. And, you know, we decided to sit this story in the Egun tribe.
I read the script. It's all about a beautiful girl and a beast. And I sat down to think, what is going to be the relationship between a beast and beauty? How will I want the beast to look like? How will I costume an already beautiful lady to be more beautiful? And I discussed with my producer my idea about the beast. Fortunately, during that time, a post was on Facebook, a natural baby having that type of ink all over his body. And I told my producer, let's put ink, let's put wig, let him have a saw, all these things. But I thank my producer because she tried it. She did not say she had known everything and what is Gospel talking about. I have my own concept. I love her. She used my concept, and all of us were very, very happy.
For me, I've worked with Auntie BIODUN. I've worked with BIODUN Stevens before, and we did Unbroken together. And she's a fantastic storyteller. So when we met to talk about this script, you know, she had said to me, this is a far different character from something I think you play, Dami. And so I said, okay, you know. I said, oh, no, it's fine. I'm sure I can, you know, just go through it and just make sure that I do it. Then I get on set and it's a different kettle of fish because she's very detailed, down to how you lift your hand. And what that does to you as an actor is you start to learn to just trust the director. it's not like she's saying, oh, don't think as an actor, but she's like, there is a fabric and you're going to follow it so that we know how to tell the story of Senami well. So she's an interesting director to work with. I think that there are very few directors who are that careful, who wants the story to be told a certain way. There are scenes that we will shoot and she'll be like, why don't we do it this way? How about we try it this way? So she's very detailed, and I think that as an actor, that's your dream. You want to work with a director who breaks you down, rebuilds you, and then just makes everything work.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of directors, and I've worked with a lot of directors. And then it's another thing for you to be a technical director and then to be an artistic director. I see an artistic director in BIODUN Stevens. This is a director that knows every line and that knows what reaction she wants from the actor to every line. And that's the beauty of you being a director or you being an actor. You know, because it's another thing for you to say a word, you're saying this word and you're giving a wrong reaction to the word. You can actually, you know, make your audience go the wrong way. So your action and the word must tally. And that I see in her. Because I go to this set and at times I'm going to just drop a word with a reaction and she'll be like, You know, this is the interpretation of the word. This is a director that has interpretation for every single line you drop. For every single sentence you drop, there is a reaction she wants to every of it. That's a detailed director.
I know that the people who appreciate my work know that, you know, there's always a subtext with every story. And I really hope that the audience will understand it, because these actors, Rita Edwards, Michael John, LATEEF ADEDIMEJI, DAMILARE KUKU, they really, you know, put their all into this film. I drilled them, and every person, every single extra, we did so much for this film. Everybody really threw themselves into the film, and I really hope that people connect.
Look forward to comedy, look forward to drama. You will cry, believe me, you're gonna cry.
More than anything, I think they're going to, the audience in Nigerian, well, the audience in diaspora and the Nigerian audience, they're going to learn a lot. Like I said, the story really is based on looking beyond the surface and not just being superficial. And so it's very, they're going to laugh, they're going to cry, and they're just going to have fun. As with the story, it's an adventure, so I'm sure they're going to have fun with it.
I've tried to understand myself, because one thing is understanding yourself. When you have a clear understanding of yourself, you will understand every other people that you come along or you meet on your daily life, you know. So for me, naturally, I don't overlook whatever I see on a daily basis. I try as much as possible to pick from everyone that I meet on a daily basis. So if I had met someone like Sergio, all I need to do is to learn something from him. He might have a lot of negativity inside him, but I'm not going to pick on his negativity. If I have to pick one of it, I'll pick it and make it a positive thing inside of me. And I'll pick his positivity and also move on with life. If we all react that way, this life will be a better place for every one of us to live in.